we need to dig a little deeper into capturing. Now, there are two kinds of filters. There's the capture filter and there's the display filter. The same thing that you do in a capture filter is the exact same thing you can do in a display filter. But what you want to do is you want to be very careful about your capture filters because they're going to limit data that you'll never be able to reclaim later on. So you want to be careful about these. You may want to say anything to and from this IP address, host. So if you're looking at that server over there and you go, okay, that's the server that I want to do. I know what its IP address is. I don't want to see all the other traffic that's going on between these hosts over here. I just want anything in and out from here. That's what I want. Hosts. So if you're looking at one, you go, I've got a problem with a particular type of traffic. I know that it's overwhelming the network. Let's say it's a particular port. Port 67. TCP or UDP, you've got to pick. Point is that then you're isolating all your traffic to that particular port. For example, TCP port 80. I only want to see web traffic to this web server, to that web server, to any web server, from a client to a web server, port 80. Okay, I'm narrowing it down there. Now these last three, I don't think so. Ether host, my MAC. So here's my MAC address, only to this station. Or not to this station. Now that one's a pretty good one. I don't want to be included in the conversation because I'm monitoring, so it really doesn't matter what's happening with me. I don't want that in here because it'll corrupt the capture. That one's not bad. Not me is really a good one. Wireless LAN host. A wireless, if you're in monitor mode, you better pick up anything on that network card. Again, I don't like that. I like the not me. I think that's a really, really good tool. And I like the port tool. I think that's a good tool. And the host tool. Be really careful with the capture filters because you get to the end of your experiment or you get to the end of whatever you're doing and you go, where's that data? And it's not there. The reason why you do this is because the volume of data flowing in could be on the multi-gigabyte level. Be careful about that. Display filters. Okay, now these go nuts. They're a little bit different in the way that they're set up. Here what we're saying is let's see a whole subnet. Now if you've got access and you can listen to that whole subnet, because remember you've got a span, there it is, /16. That says 10.2. anything, let me hear it. You could invert this. The bang says not this IP address or this range. Don't use not equal. It works, but it has bad results. TCP analysis flags. If you just want to look at the flag systems, suppose somebody's doing a Christmas tree attack or you want to do a Christmas tree attack, you want to do flag analysis. You can get really specific, and these last three down here are very specific. Look at that last one, FTP response argument, an argument within FTP where it says login incorrect. This would tell you people are trying to brute force the server, because it doesn't have a shut off mechanism or basically a block mechanism, and we can see people doing that. You could capture and look for that kind of traffic. Host display filters are an excellent tool. When you find yourself digging through the second pane for more than, say, 5 minutes, you need a filter. You need to turn on and off, on and off, on and off filters, and you're there. You can use coloring rules. I like coloring rules. I like doing my own custom coloring rules. When you get checksum errors, they happen quite often on a busy network. You probably want to disable and want to ignore a type of traffic, but I want it to flow through. I want to know that it's there, but I don't want to look at it. You can actually do black on black. Know what you're doing there. Play with your filters. You start off with a couple sets of basic filters, and you can play and start digging into something that's unique to you, but don't reuse the filters that are already there. As you're going through this, you go, God, I don't know, something's wrong here, and I can't figure it out, and I want an overview of the conversation. Let me back up for a second. go to the lower left-hand corner of the interface, that would be your lower left-hand corner of your interface, and click the expert button. It'll give you more stats that may help you get where you're going. So always check the expert when you're lost.